Good day to everybody. I wanted to tell you guys that God is not a place or a thing. God simply is all that is around you. See, the world that we live in was known by many cultures to be a delusion or an illusion or a trap. The world around you is not as you see it to be. See, whenever we look around us, we see other people, we see grass, trees, clouds, we see cars, and we see objects. They all look the way they look because what they are fundamentally is a frequency. They are a light frequency. They emit a vibrational frequency, an energetic vibrational frequency that is interpreted by our eyes and our body. The spacesuit that we're in, our consciousness lives in. Our infinite soul, where we come from, lives inside, where we are in the illusion of separateness from our wholeness, where we come from, where our body and our spacesuit interprets the frequency and energetic frequencies around us into what we see them as. But you need to know that fundamentally they aren't what you see them as. Even though they're real, they, in their natural state, without being interpreted by the observer, the human body, in their natural state, they are only a energetic frequency vibrating. This is only interpreted into what it is by the human body. So we are in an illusion. The truth is this: you are one with all that is. You are one with everything around you because what you are, your soul, is a frequency, and everything around you is a frequency. Only separation exists in the human body because whenever you're out of the human body, everything is one. So this means a couple things. This means that the problems in your life are already solved. All the problems are in your life is the opposite end of an energetic frequency being experienced by you. So what you need to do is realize that your problem is the same as your solution. If you would focus on knowing that this problem in front of you is solved, it is done, and operate from that state of consciousness by utilizing your intention and attention, focusing on the energetic opposite of your problem, that would manifest itself in your life as intuitions to guide you to the things that you need to do to get you to the other end of the spectrum of the energetic frequency that you're experiencing. And another truth is this: the problem that you perceive in your life isn't really a problem, okay? It's only a problem because you perceive it that way. There are no problems in the universe. There is no wrong path to go down. There is no not being on your journey. Every step you take, whether you believe it or not, is a step towards your journey and where you're supposed to be. In wholeness and peace, wealthy, rich, satisfied. Every step that you take, you need to realize that it is part of your journey. And it's not where you don't need to be. You are right where you need to be. I want you to understand some of these deep truths because they're going to help you go through life a little bit better. Some people may be a lot better, but it all depends on the way you perceive it. So focus on the energetic opposite of your problem and utilize the state of consciousness where this problem is already solved. Okay? So God is not a place or thing somewhere else. The lie is grand. We are in a lie. The government's not lying to us, even though they are, but the only thing that's really lying to you is your state of consciousness that you are operating out of. Your state of consciousness is going to keep more from you than anybody else could ever keep from you because you literally will not be able to see what you can't perceive. And you are the one perceiving it. Things have happened to you in your life that have led to you seeing life in the way that you see it. Think of this as a set of glasses, hardwired into your being by past emotional experiences and also seeing other people's emotional experiences to a point where you resonate with them energetically, and then things unfold from that in your life because they've been imprinted on your subconscious mind. So I want you to know that you can experience what it is like to have the consciousness of God, where your life's problems are not going to just disappear and you live now in a fairy tale land because you heard something from me or from a book or from some other teaching. This stuff is not something that you really need to learn in a book or a teacher like me. Really, it's something that if you would just quit being, if you would do some unbecoming, it would come to you naturally, because listen, it is you. This isn't some program that you learn to run in your life and then you can have this. This is something where if you would put down yourself, your ego, this stuff would come to you because it's been in you forever, okay? You can't escape from it. It's inescapable. But what you can do is become what the world wants you to be, and then you leave it because now you have an ego that you're driving from. If you do some unbecoming of what you've become in this life, you'd realize that where you started from is where all these teachings will lead you. And you know, I have a special experience in my life where I did get to experience the divine whenever I was young. I asked questions to the universe and I demanded them to come to me, and they came to me. I have a little bit about this in some of my other videos. You want to, go check it out. I'll probably have to drop more on that later because I'm sure some people are going to be interested in that experience that I've had and that you will have also, and maybe you have had, if you would be able to unbecome a little bit and drop down who you become. So you can experience the consciousness of God. God is only a state of consciousness. It is a lens, okay? It's only a lens, just like the lens you're using now to get the reality that you're in. It's all a lens, and it's all about the way you perceive things. If you perceive your problems to be a problem that's taking you off your path and making it harder for you to get to where you need to go, the belief in that, of the thing that's happening to you, is going to lead you to that outcome because you believe it already is. Through your belief, through your perception, through your lens. But if you believe that everything is going to get you to where you need to go, no matter what, and everything is one, and there is no problem, there is no good or bad in the universe, everything is neutral, everything is as it is. Once you start to look at things and put names on them, you are going to experience in your life whatever name you put on this neutral thing. Whenever I was younger, I inherently knew not to name and label things in my life, like instances, people, circumstances, as good or bad. There is no such thing as good or bad to the universe. Only to you does good or bad exist. Literally, listen to me. Only to you does anything have meaning. And based on that meaning that you give these neutral things, you are going to experience that truth that you've chose that thing to mean for your life. It's all perception. You are the watcher. You are infinite. You came from the silence, the stillness, the calmness of the infinite. You are literally one with all that is. Okay? And then you started to have an energetic resonance with wanting to inhabit a body and experience limitation. You came from limitlessness. You are unlimited. Okay? And in that limitlessness, in the sea of infinity, you had an energetic charge resonant with you wanting to inhabit a body and experience limitation. And I believe, it is my whole belief, 100%, I don't care what anybody says about it, what spiritual teacher, I just don't care. Even my people that I like to listen to and that have helped me a long way on my journey, I do not care what they say on this. I believe this. I know this. You chose your family. You chose your circumstances in life. You chose your parents. You chose your children. Everything has been chosen. You haven't experienced it yet, but it's on your path. It just is. You have chosen every circumstance that you are ever going to experience in your life. I don't care what it is. I don't care how bad it is or how good it is that you want to perceive it as. It is a thing that you have chosen before you even came to this world to experience in this life. And there's a reason why. You need to find out why. The whole reason is for you to be able to come from limitlessness and the unlimited infinity of all that is and inhabit a body and experience limitation and experience all these circumstances that you knew you were going to experience because you wanted to experience them. Why? Why? Why did you want to experience what you're experiencing? Because anything that happens in your life is not random. Anything that happens in your life is not random. Everything has been chosen by you before you even inhabited this body. So if this is known and this is truly internalized and believed, and especially if somebody has had these intuitions naturally, you cannot sway them from this truth, because they didn't have to catch it from a book and then start to believe it where there's room for doubt. There is no room for doubt whenever somebody naturally experiences this truth without even having to hear anybody mention it to them. That is something that you will never shake from somebody if they have had that experience. What I'm trying to do is use my experience to give you this truth to where it becomes something that you can start to see in your everyday life as 100% without a doubt truth. This is the truth. This is the whole truth. And I know in the universe, all truths are half truths, but this truth is the full truth. And it doesn't matter to me what you say. And also, I want you to know this. If you believe this to be totally untrue, you will experience that in your life because you are the observer and you are the watcher and you are the creator, co-creating your life that you're experiencing now. And if you are in the energetic frequency of somebody that does not believe these things, the particles and the waveform frequencies in your life are not going to, they're not going to particulate into an experience where you would experience anything different than what you believe, because it cannot happen. Look at the double slit experiment. Particles shot through a double slit, depending on whether they're watched or observed, behave two different ways. That's the very basic explanation of that. This means that particles behave like frequencies when they're not watched. But as soon as somebody watches them, remember I told you about the technology of the body collapsing the frequencies into what we see, it's not really there like it is. The double slit experiment proves this scientifically, and listen to me. God, religion, all can be proven with science because we are bound by the limitations of science, and religion is not beyond science. So the true religion of this world is there's some truths in all religions, but there is not the full truth in any religion. Listen to me. Hear that. God and religion and this spiritual nature can be proven by science to be what I'm telling you. And you've learned it in school if you've paid attention. What you see is not what is there. It's a frequency being decoded by your brain. So this means that everything I'm saying is true. We are all one. We are all a frequency. You are no different from me. I'm no different from you. I'm no better than you. You're no better than me. Even if you are a homeless person, they are no better than me and I'm no better than them. We are all one. And that homeless person is experiencing what he's capable of experiencing through the perception that he has on himself and the world. And because he is operating through that perception, because his situation is lower than mine, he is no different than me because he's doing the same thing I'm doing, creating his own reality based on his beliefs and his interpretation of who he is and who reality is. So you can look at somebody as less than you, but it is not true. That's an illusion. Everybody is collapsing the waveform into the reality that they're experiencing based on who they are. So if they're experiencing some limitation in their life or something that you would perceive with your limited intuition about what they're experiencing as lower nature than you and you're better than them, you are believing in an illusion. Because that person that is in a bad circumstance right now and you're in a better circumstances, they are literally no different than you. They're collapsing reality into the reality that they're experiencing just as the way you are, and the only difference is the way they perceive it. So, thank you if you've taken the time to listen to my message. I really do hope that some of the words that I said to you will give you the ability to start internalizing this truth to where you are no longer limited by the illusion of limitation. It's not real. You are literally creating reality as we speak. Whatever you believe to be true will 100% guaranteed fact come true. So if you believe that whatever you're experiencing right now, and you take it from a neutral outcome, that the universe sees nothing as good or bad and everything just is, and you perceive it a certain way, you are going to experience a sequence of events that would align to your belief on that particular event to tie you to a reality that is resonant with that belief structure and these events happening to you based on your emotion and your interpretation. So if you want to get out of this struggle that you perceive to be a struggle, which really isn't a struggle because you're doing it to yourself, okay? This is all an illusion. What you need to do is start looking at the world differently. Start seeing yourself differently. Start seeing yourself as unlimited. Start visualizing in your mind the events and traumas that you've went through before in a relaxed state, deeply relaxed state where God is. God is relaxed, calm. God is not in this world. God can take control of the body and calm it and quiet it and go into the silence. And in the silence, a vision can be formed. And when this vision is formed, you can see whatever you want because you are unlimited. And everything that you can see is an energetic possibility. So it is not an illusion. It's not fake. It is real. You are peering into the infinite world of possibilities, energetic possibilities with your all-seeing eye, and you are seeing them. Everything that you can see with your imagination, no matter what it is a possibility that is part of the energetic frequency of the field around us. All exists, all right now. No time, that's an illusion also. And if you can use this power that you have, your all-seeing eye, which all religions have tried to, well, especially the occult, has tried to put in front of our face, even in our money, okay? Use this power that has been so hidden from us, that is so powerful, of your all-seeing eye, to see a reality or an event that you've went through and that's hurt you, that has an energetic charge in your life. And I want you to see it and stare at it. Stare at it and know that it is not stronger than you, and you are not going to run away from it because you are more than it. And stare at that problem in your life until it no longer has an energetic charge. It will neutralize itself if you look at it as to be not stronger than you, and you will not be scared to face it. You will not turn your face from it and ignore it, and it will sit in your life, in your subconscious mind, and keep manifesting the life that is aligned with that trauma. See this trauma in your life, okay? And experience it and look at it, straight at it, and know what I just said. And it will neutralize itself. This is how you rewrite the program that you're running based on what has been imprinted into you, okay? Now the next step, this is how to neutralize traumas. The next step is how to vision a possibility. You have to know it as a possibility if you can see it, and whenever you do that, you can see the reality that you want to experience. Now tie it into this reality by experiencing the emotions that you'd be experiencing if you were in the reality that you're seeing, and realize that there's no separation. What you're seeing and feeling is the truth, and it's happening right now, and you're in it. This is how you can overwrite your subconscious mind to be aligned with and frequency aligned with this reality that you are embodying now, and realize that you're going to start thinking from that person that you are seeing and feeling. Start thinking from there. Start looking at the world from there. Start having the money they have. What would you think if you had all this money that they have? Because it's real, and you are experiencing it with your emotions and with your all-seeing eye. You are there. So now you need to start feeling it like you're there. Start experiencing it like you're there. Start talking to people there. Start having conversations with people as if you had this, because you do have it. So now whenever you tie in these thoughts and emotions and beliefs, you are literally becoming the thinker, the watcher, the experiencer of that reality. And as you do this and detach from the outcome of needing to see it with your eyes, you don't need to see it with your eyes because you already have it in your heart. It's going to happen to you in this manifestation, this dream world. So I really hope that I was able to say something that hit you deeply. And I hope that with my words, I'm able to change your life, and I'm able to give you the truth. This is the truth. So I'll see you next time.